Hello everyone, today I will show you how to remove the seats from BMW E60. So you might have a number of reasons why you want to do that. My reason is that my BMW had normal seats, so what I will do, I will add the leather seats. So one of the seats is already replaced. This one was very straightforward, very easy access, and it's coming out through the doors, so it's very easy. But I had some problems with the second seat, with the driver's seat. I was trying to find information online how to do it without damaging the car, but I haven't found any movie which is actually showing how to do that. So this is the reason why I'm making my movie. So you guys, if you will have to do something like that, or you would like to do something like that, you will know how to do it. So one seat is already replaced, so I will show you which screws you have to untie and where to look for them, and then you just taking this through those doors. With the driver's seat, because it's more complex, I will show you step by step, because I will be doing this with you guys. So first, which you will have to do for this job, you have to disconnect the battery. And as far as I read, this battery have to be disconnected for 10 minutes before you will start working on the car. So make sure that you disconnect the battery and leave it like that. And the reason for it is that if you will do this way, then car should not bring any errors related to the airbags or seat belts or anything. So disconnect your car, like car battery, wait approximately 10 minutes, and then you can start doing the job. To be honest, working on the seat before you will disconnect it will take something like probably over 10 minutes anyway. So, but still, I would recommend to disconnect for 10 minutes before you will do anything. So let's look on the seat first. So this is the front passenger seat. To remove the seat first, you have to remove the blinders that covering the seat. So you take your seat and slide it back, and this will give you more access. Then you lift in this part, and this coming off, and here you got the screw, and this is T50. The other side is exactly the same. So you're lifting this, but the screw is here, is located slightly in different angle. So first take those two, and then after you will take them out, you slide the seat back maximum to this side. Also, good idea will be, what I can recommend before you will start working on the car, to remove the head support, this, because then it's gonna be much easier to take the seat out. So before you will maybe disconnect the battery, first take this out, then disconnect the battery, wait 10 minutes, then remove those covers, and then just completely remove those two screws. Now we are on the back of our car. Now the next two screws, it's here and over there. So take one and the second one almost to be completely removed. And then when they are almost gone, put the seat back a little bit to align the seat more with the rail. And this will allow you easier to actually take off the seat. So when you will align this with the, like, maybe not so much, like slightly closer, just slightly closer, so you're still gonna be able to remove the screws, but by hand. Then when you will move the seat closer, take off those two screws, and then lean back the seat back. This is under the seat, not much space. So you see this is a connector for your seat. So you have to slide this out, and this will allow you to disconnect the connector. Then wibble, there is also another connector, the white bit. This is a holder for your connector for the wire. So wibble this a little bit, so this will disconnect from your seat. Then you will be able to take out your seat. Now the last bit that you will have to do is use the screwdriver. I will show you how. You're placing a screwdriver here, and you're taking off this blinder. And with this blinder off, you got another screw here. That's T50. And by untying the screw and then use the magnet, you will pull it out, and this will release the seat belt. And this is the last bit. And after this done, the seat can be removed. So what I would recommend, put something here just to not scratch. It's not by seat removal this is scratched by anyway. Put something here just to make sure that you're not gonna scratch your car by taking off the seat. And then after the new seat is on, again, what you will have to do is gonna be reverse step back. So you adding the seat, you assembling the seat belt, adding this here, attaching your seat to the rail track. To be honest, this you can do on the end, doesn't matter. But observe that this have to be on the inner part. and exactly the same for the other side, so this is on the inside. Now with the driver's seat ready, as you can see the headrest is gone. We are moving exactly the same way to the bottom of the car, so we are moving our seat back as much as it can go, then again lifting the cover, which is this one. You can also try to play with the parts just to make sure that you can take it out, but don't put too much excessive force, because if you will do that, then you can break it. So you're lifting this up, and then one of those sides up again, and this should come off. I cannot do this by one hand, but anyway, you're lifting this, you can bend this one a little bit this way, this one a little bit this way, and it will come off, but you need two hands for that. As you can see, I didn't have the second part, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so you have to untie this screw, and where is it? This one. You see next to the coin, lucky coin. So here, this one, and this is T50, both of them. With two front screws gone, we are going to the back, and then we have to take this one and that one. You can see I didn't untie one of them completely, but before I will move back the seat, I will also untie the seat belt. So now with this screw almost being removed, like it's still solid in, it's not like it's completely gone, but it's not far away from it. So I'm going to the front and I will disconnect the seat belt. So as before, you have to add the screwdriver, remove the cap, and then when cap is removed, you're untying the screw, and then you are using on the end the magnet to take it off completely. That you're not gonna be able to take the screw out in another way. I mean, you can remove that, but if your next seat is straight replacement, which means that the seat belt is attached in exactly the same way, then it's better to do this way. But if this will be different, as in my case, you might have to remove that, but I will show you this in a moment. So with the rear screws gone, you can actually lay the seat back, and then we can disconnect this connector, and again this is by pulling the black part out, disconnecting the top plug, and then we have to wibble it, this part, to be able to take it out. And on this seat, that's all connections. The second seat have one more. I will show you this in a moment. Now the issue which I mentioned that I haven't seen anywhere online was how to disconnect the seat which have part like that. So you see the seat belt, this is where it's attached to, and that was the issue. I didn't know how to disconnect this, so I had to look at it just to study this a little bit closer and just figure out how to disconnect that. So in my case, I think swap will work, which means car without this module, you can add the seat from it, but I don't think you can do other way around, which means that you can actually add the seat, which doesn't have this module, because there is a special connector to it, so it's not only this part. So anyway, I will tell you how to disconnect this if you're doing the direct swap and you have a module like that. So you see this part here, where is it? Here. There is a screw. I don't know, I have to leave this screw. So the screw is size T45, so it's located like this. So you have to leave the plastic, access the screw, use key like that, because other way it's not gonna work, and by using this key you untying it on this side. This will allow you to lower down this part. Now afterwards, this part is connected to the seat using this green connector. So to disconnect the green connector, you have to lift the black part, so you're putting screwdriver, the very thin one, you're pushing this up, and this will allow you to release the connector. So in this case, this is left with the car, and then you can take out this seat. Also, same as before, you have to disconnect that, but I mentioned this already. This is no difference. Plus, this seat had one more connector. Sorry for that, I forgot. This one. So you have to disconnect this as well. Oh, sorry, I was pointing too low. This one more, and I think this is actually which goes to that one. So I will do this and I will see how it's gonna work, but I believe you can do the swap from car like this to the car as I have, but I don't think you can do swap other way around, because you don't have this connector and you're not gonna be able to connect this part. Now as you can see on this car, the seatbelt location is here, but this is actually blinded, which means that you have to remove this part. So to remove this part, you're lifting it, and then there is a connector here that you have to disconnect. After disconnecting the connector, you see here there is a clamp which you have to lift. You have to lift this one going on the end. You're placing screwdriver here and lifting this like that to release this hinge. You might have another one here. No, this one doesn't. Then to remove this, in order to take out this, let me see, where is it? Here. You have to put the screwdriver here and leave this part up and pull it out. And then the last bit gonna be the screw, which is located here, which is located there. With this seat, it's slightly more complicated because you have to put the screwdriver here, leave this up, this should release this side, then screwdriver here, again up, the flat screwdriver here, and this should release it, then again here to release that. Same as with this, so it means you adding screwdriver on the bottom and lifting it, pulling it out, then untightening the screw, which is located here. On the bottom there is a clip here which you have to release, then another one is here, and then with them gone you have to disconnect the control for the seat, and this bit is gone. So then you can put it over there and do the reverse steps to attach everything in. So this will be direct swap, not direct swap, it's gonna be swap from the older one to the newer one. Other way around, I don't think it's gonna work because as I said, you don't have this connector. You will have to remove all the electronics. On the bottom, both of them looks quite similar. If you look at it, it doesn't look like there is much difference, but there is this one more connector on this one. So I will leave this blank, it's not gonna be connected, and I will tell you in a second if it's gonna work. But as I said, I'm not sure if you can swap it other way around. So guys, the job is done. I did manage to take and remove both seats. To be honest, I've done quite a few seats in the last days, so I will say a few things. On the first place, when you are removing the seats, depending on the kind of the seat, you might have more connectors. As example, I was removing one of the seats which are heated, and there are additional connectors to it. Also, there was another seat which had this electronically going up and down, and again the control was under the seat, so there were few more connectors, and that was all covered by the long piece of plastic where I had to unlock this on the top and then remove it from top holdings. They were on the sides. So keep in mind that your seat might have more connectors. That's one thing. Then you see this wee car. I've done all of this work on my own. I strongly recommend to get some help because this task was heavily hard for myself. So I strongly recommend to get some help. Now, you got those rails on the bottom of the seat. Sorry, this represents the seat. So you got those rails. I recommend to put some blanking on top of them, just all the way through, because when you're gonna be taking this out, it's better to not scratch against any of the parts of the car, and those rails, they are quite sharp. Now, if you're removing the passenger seat, that's quite easy because you just rotating the seat like this, like lifting this up, putting this to the back, rotating like this, and then you're taking this out this way. So ideally there is one person here, the second person is there, and you're just easily coming out. When you're adding the seat in, this is the same way, this way, rotating it and fitting this in. Now with the driver's seat, you see the steering wheel, so it's more complex. You cannot take this out through the main doors, you will have to remove the steering wheel to do that. So easier is to lay down the seat, rotate this like that, and take this off through the rear doors behind the car. You know what I mean? And then when you're adding this in, exactly the same way, this way, rotating it and fitting this in. You can try to put this way as well, but because there are doors here, it might jam against the doors. Probably it will come out, I think. What we did, because I was doing this job for one of my colleagues, and I got his help, it was much easier. So with that, what we did, we rotated this like that and took this off this way, and that was way better. That was just without scratching anything. And then when we cleaned the seat and added this back in, I was exactly the same way. This way, then rotating it and fitting this in. So sorry that I've done this way, but that's the only way I can explain how to do it. So yes, I think that's all advices I can give you today. I hope that this movie will be useful for you. If you got any ideas how to do something in better way, then please leave them in the comments, because this will help other people that viewing those movies. So thank you very much for viewing this movie, visiting my channel, and as always, I wish you a good day.